This week on the show, we have Oscar and Academy Award nominee, Eric Roberts. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for watching. This show is all about giving you insights and showcasing brands that help you to live your best life and give you confidence. As always, I want to kickstart your morning with some motivational advice to help you to feel inspired and energized to start your day. Today, I want to talk about understanding that if you can overthink the worst case scenario, then you can overthink the best case scenario simply by shifting your thinking. The reality is thinking positively and thinking negatively require the exact amount of energy. So if you're going to be thinking, why not focus your energy on everything unfolding in the best case scenario, rather than it not working out in your favor? The truth is, doubt and fear does nothing to help a situation, except making a situation worse by stressing and overthinking unnecessarily. The next time you find yourself thinking about all the things that can go wrong, replace it with using your energy to have faith, and watch how fast your energy shifts. As Neil Donald Walsh quotes, "Life can show up no other way than the way in which you perceive it."
Stay tuned. Coming up after the break.
And Eric, for me, one of the most memorable roles that you played was in The Dark Knight, where you play Maroni. How was it working with the late Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger was lovely. I had heard he's so into the part you have to stay away from him. Oh my God, he's a method actor. He wasn't like that at all. He was very approachable. He was very funny. He was very likable, and it was a big loss. We lost him.
Wardrobe provided by Le Chateau. Next up on the show, we have Oscar and Academy Award nominee, Eric Roberts. Eric, thank you so much for being on the show today. How are you doing?
It's a pleasure to be here. I'm great, and good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm so excited to talk to you. We have a lot to talk about, but before we get into everything, you have over 700 acting credits under your name, as well as being nominated for an Oscar and an Academy Award. But before we get into your success, let's take it back to the beginning. When did you realize your passion for acting?
Well, at 4 years old, I played a mute clown in a Christmas play called Toys for Tots. And I was a mute clown in a toy box. And the only reason that I bring that up as my debut is because the toy box was downstage left, and it's big enough for 4 little kids to get into who were playing toys. But in dress rehearsal, because of lighting, they put the downstage left toy box upstage right. I'm 4 years old. I forget. I run downstage left when the lights go out at the end of Act 1. I fall off the stage. But bam! My head. I knock myself out. They take me backstage. They put an ice pack on my head, and they say, "You're such a trooper. You have Act 2." And that was my beginning. And all that attention with the big mistake and the glorious opening night jitters made it so romantic and so incredible and so dangerously fun that from honestly that point on, I was an actor in my own mind. Now,
Wow.
I knew what I was doing about 10 years later, but that's the story.
Wow, such a young age, at just 4 years old. That's incredible. and to date, what's been the most memorable role you've had?
Well, I've had a lot of roles, as you pointed out, so I got a lot of good memories. But my favorite movies that I'm in are King of the Gypsies, Runaway Train, It's My Party, Love is a Gun, Purgatory. Those are my favorite movies I've made.
And Eric, for me, one of the most memorable roles that you played was in The Dark Knight, where you play Maroni. How was it working with the late Heath Ledger?
Heath Ledger was lovely. I had heard he's so into the part you have to stay away from him. Oh my God, he's a method actor. He wasn't like that at all. He was very approachable. He was very funny. He was very likable, and it was a big loss. We lost him.
And, you've had a lot of ups and downs in your career, and you talk about them in your book, Runaway Train. Tell us about some of the ups and downs that you talk about in this book.
Well, downs. When I would self-medicate over the counter things like for sleep, like Unisum, kind of not real drugs, but not anything healthy. And I basically lived off those things for many years, and they make you very moody. And I only put it kind of together when I stopped using them and realized I wasn't moody anymore. I went, oh, it was those. Okay, it wasn't life. It was Unisum. Yeah. Of course, I also got into film. Back in the day when everybody from the executive producers to craft service were on that drug of cocaine, and so it was a tumultuous time I got into film. and but I survived it, and even knocked out some good work in the interim. And I'm also well aware I have the best job on the
Yeah.
planet, and I know that, and I just love going to work.
Yeah. I mean, with every career, right? There's ups and downs. So I love that you talked about them so openly in this book. And what have been some of the highlights that you talk about in the book?
Well, the highlights are the reward of the work because it's so rewarding. It's the most rewarding thing there is, except for probably childbirth and marriage. It's it, and
Yeah.
I get to live through that almost every single day, and it's like falling in love every day. It's inspiring. It's fun. I want to share. I want to give. I want to include everybody in it, and I do.
Very nice. And you have a couple of projects that are out right now. Tell us about them.
Well, I did a docudrama that I'm proud of because it was hard. I played William Faulkner, who I'm a big fan of, and I know a little bit about. So it was tough, and it was fun, and it was I had to dig a little bit. So it was fun for me. And then I had this drama based on a true story called Backyard Desert that I recommend for fun.
Very nice. And I love that you're always getting out of your comfort zone. I know last year you were on Dancing with the Stars, right? How was that experience for you?
That was odd because I was offered that show their first year, and I was in China, and China wouldn't let me go. They overlapped for like a day or two, and China wouldn't let me go. So I didn't do the show, and they offered me again the show years later after it has become my wife's favorite show. So because it is my wife's favorite show, I'm gonna do it, and so I did it. Not well, but I participated, and I had the greatest partner in the world. I had Britt. Britt was the coolest. She took such good care of me. And also, it really teaches you that entertainment show runs like a dream. All those people have it's like 95 employees run that show, and they all have a specific job, and they all do it well every single day. And they make all of us who are nervous wrecks because we're dancing comfortable every single day. They are remarkable. It was a great experience.
Yeah, it's one of my mom's favorite shows as well. I think a lot of people, it's one of their favorite shows. What's something that you learned about yourself in the whole process? Because I mean, it is quite uncomfortable, right? Learning how to dance on the spot.
Well, you learn as an older person your limitations, and you also learn your lack of limitations. So you learn both very quickly. And when you have somebody who is as talented as Britt and as patient as Britt, you learn. You're watching them teach you, and it's just a wonderful social experience because I'm not a particularly social person, and my wife is led me down the social path a little bit. I'm a little better than I used to be, but the whole thing of dancing and like learning to dance with a person is a very social thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And Eric, you give back to a lot of charities and support a lot of charities. Tell us about that and the importance of giving back for you.
Well, anything to do with animals, anything to do with children, because they're the most vulnerable and they feed our life the most joy if we take care of them. Animals and kids.
Very, very nice. And I created my platform to inspire, to uplift, and to really showcase that anything is possible if you have a dream and a vision. So for anybody watching this that might be going through a tough time or, just needs a boost of inspiration, what would you say to them?
Well, the modern day Eric has another answer from how he would used to answer this question. I would used to say, go get an agent, go do this, go get your pictures, blah blah blah, all the foundational stuff. But now I'm going to skip that step, and I'm going to say, just start doing it. Call your best friends, call your acting peers, call your buddies, call people you just met if they're interesting, and just work and shoot everything, because you never know what you're going to get. And since it's not on film anymore, so it's not expensive, and you don't have to wait for it to be developed, all the stuff we used to have to wait for. It's there instantaneously. Take advantage of that. Get out there and make movies. Get out there and make shorts. Get out there and make stuff. Just do it passionately and you'll win.
Absolutely. And what is the best advice someone ever gave you in your career?
Well, there's so many good things that have been said to me by really good people, but probably the one that sticks out the most and the one I adhere to the most often because I need to adhere to it is my wife saying, all you need is kindness, Eric. Be kind.
Yes.
And she's right. And I like her.
Very nice. Eric, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been a pleasure. And
I love
congratulations.
you, by the way, what a cool background.
I'm repping the CN Tower for Toronto in Canada here, so I have to represent.
Yeah, it's cool.
Thank you so much for being on the show, and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much. You have a great day.
The Darriel Roy Show is available on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts.